All right, and with that note, welcome back. We're in. Welcome back to Burning Crowns. This is our third hour here, going into. So, I think we want to go check back at the fort. We want to see something about Father Demetrius, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to start going among the people and beginning to attempt the process of converting.
No. Jeez.
Doing my job.
Yeah, finally. Okay, cool. Excellent.
Yeah, I think so I'm trying to angle for an oratory test, and the way that I think I do it is while they're training, I think Father Demetrius goes and trains with his bow as well.
I have a question before this is rolled. There was a big all-fort speech that was poorly received that mentioned Count Ronald Swan as the chosen one. Is that letting it ride in any way in this scenario? Because people were like, what?
I don't remember his speech having a lot.
Wasn't your speech directly to the 478th, not to anyone else?
No, I'm not talking about my speech at all.
Count Ronald's speech was about banding together, not about him being the chosen one.
That's true.
Yeah.
It did include mentioning being the chosen one. So I was wondering if
I don't actually remember
letting it ride on that. It wasn't the most recent speech, but it was a speech that bombed.
Either way. I mean, I'm not coming on hot and heavy with the chosen one stuff right away. That was in the letter to the people who already believe in the apocalypse stuff. I know how to pick my audience. He's probably training with because there's probably a group of hunters who already have bows, and already are spending a lot of time practicing with targets. And maybe he's getting some advice on his form from them, and he's got bodkin arrows, I believe. So maybe because they probably never really use those, just because why would they? They're shooting animals, not people with armor. And so he's probably giving them advice on those, and sort of training, and he sort of subtly begins to sort of orate to them, and he begins to tell them the tale of Bane the Hunter, who is the first boyar who learned, through the inspiration of Abadar, to create a weapon greater than the slings of his counterparts. And his devotion and his belief in civilization made him one of the first great prophets of Abadar, one of the first blessed founders of civilization. And he's sort of basically telling them the hunter's place in Abadar's doctrine. So he's trying to sort of make the religion palatable to them, and to their purpose, and sort of talks about how hunting is one of the first marks of civilization, to conquer the woods and the wilds with the bow. Yeah.
So, what's at stake here? What are you trying to do?
So my intent is for them to. I'm not obviously trying to just outright convert these people, but I want them to
be open to it.
Yeah, I want to sort of pave the way to turning these into my my zealous convert army.
So this is less wololo and a little bit more of, have you heard the good news?
Exactly. It's hey, look, what you're doing is already really cool for Abadar. You just got to keep doing what you're doing and pray to him now.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, do it. The Ab would be against their will. This is then suasion, right?
I was thinking oratory because I'm talking to a group.
You know what? I like that more. Let's do oratory. You could fork in suasion. Most common will exponent of the crowd is 3.
So I'm thinking oratory. Fork in church doctrine.
What's possible consequences is that they
just shut me down.
Yeah, they shut you down. Yeah.
The way I would think of it is like they would just like stop wanting to, like being willing to like trade with me.
Yeah.
So I would like to fork in church doctrine, religious history, and persuasion. Oh, and civilization wise. So that's 4. And what was there? What's the ob on this one, Eric?
3.
Ob 3. What?
Wow.
So many dice.
And not a 6 either.
Oh my god, we are terrible.
Wow.
Even nobody here is like,
all right.
No,
We've had
absolutely not Abadar. We came out to live in the woods for a reason.
Exactly. I believe they're Aristelian.
we have had
Rastal.
4 successful
Rastal.
tests this entire session.
Yeah. So they're
I guess there's 7 dice at an ob 3.
they're like, if we need, I think that if they're gonna look for advice for hunting and hunters, they're gonna listen to the god of hunters and stuff and stick with Aristil. Oh no, it's actually what they also mentioned is that maybe Abadar has more of a claim up in the lands of Brevoy, but here in the Stolen Lands, this is Aristil's lands. His word has sway here.
Is Aristil traditionally portrayed as male?
Yes.
Just out of curiosity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun. He is actually the god. Like, he's very, very patriarchal.
Good to know. Okay.
Well, that's unfortunate. I thought I had that one in the bag.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Kind of like having 9 die versus 4.
Yeah, and
It's almost like, but it's a lot more interesting that a bunch of hunters, obviously, worship the hunter god.
Yeah, I think like failing and like the odds of burning wheel are the way they are for a reason. Like you can always fail. And
I would love to jump in here at the end of this failure, by the way.
Sure.
Friends! Well, okay, let me tell you what I'm going to do so you can say no first, Eric. Even with getting enough supplies for just enough people for 1 week, that's not enough to survive a siege. And I would like to convince the hunters to, bring even more food. I don't know that I failed, to bring in a week's worth of food, but a week's worth of food ain't shit.
well, you failed to logistically bring in food from Restov and Brevoy.
Right. I want to convince these hunters to be like, okay, it's time to buckle down, take down the bears.
Look,
Also-
we gotta prepare. We gotta prepare.
And I'm like,
Also-
friends, I hear that you are hunters that believe in Erastil. Now is the time to bring in the bounty of the hunt. With the enemy at our door, we must be prepared to live together for some time, and that might not give us a chance to go out and hunt. And so we must bring in the bounty of the land here and now. I ask all of you to open your stocks, to go out and take down the large beasts of the land and then the bounty of the rivers, and bring back as much food as possible. There is wealth here to pay you for your efforts. We have only the need for you to appear with the food. Can you not aid us in this task? Can you not show us the strength of Erastil?
Okay. I believe Demetrius, you had something to add to that?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd like to point out that I bought a character at character creation who has 5 dice in hunting. So Sir Zidamar can probably help out on this one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. I don't know if anyone's gonna heckle me for that, or if I'm making a roll or something.
No. You're making this is oratory as well, right?
Oratory. Yeah.
Don't forget, you still have your dice.
And
I still have my god die. Does that not
Oh,
go?
actually, no. I already prayed for another miracle. So
Yeah.
I'll-
So I think the obvious things here at stake would be they think less of you. And also an interesting point would be only if you come along would be a thing.
Ooh, I like that one so much more.
Yeah, I think if he fails, he has to come along.
Or if he fails, they'll only do it if he comes along.
Yeah,
And
I
if he
like that
doesn't
one a
come
lot
along,
better.
they'll think back.
I'll help.
yeah, that's the
I'll
best
help.
way of putting it.
I'll help and tie myself to this consequence.
Can Zydomir help as well?
Well, Zadimir will probably help with the hunting test.
Well,
I
he's
don't
not
think
he's
doesn't
not
have
here
any
with
sway.
you, but yeah, he could.
He doesn't have any
Okay.
oratory to help with.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he doesn't have to help with oratory, right? He can help with whatever.
Well, Sir Zidimir doesn't have that many
It
helping
has to
social
be
skills,
something
like
appropriate.
soothing platitudes or some shit.
He has like the dumb stare trait, so he's probably just staring off into space somewhere. I think I say, regardless of your belief in our Lord, you must believe that the bandits are coming. We'll certainly need food. Count Swan is right. We need you now more than ever.
What kind of difficulty am I looking at here?
3.
Oh boy.
Don't fail.
Go hunting. I want to see him go hunting so bad.
I have to come too.
Okay, I'm not gonna bother trying to like micromanage this because I want it to succeed so bad. I want that persona die. So I'm gonna fork in persuasion.
I want you to go hunting.
Peasant wise, that's 2. You're giving me a helping die.
Correct.
I want to fork command as well.
Yeah, because you are kind of essentially marshaling troops.
Yes.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, so that's 4 helping die. That brings me up to 6. Oh shit! I just need a fucking difficult in order. I could get I could level up my oratory with just a difficult or challenging test. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go with just 1 fork persuasion, and the helping die. Fuck you, stupid level up system. Give me some 6s. Give me some
That's bad.
6s.
No,
No
that's-
6s at all. Son of a bitch!
They'll
No,
only
yeah,
go with
they
they'll
They
only
mentioned
do it
they
if you
they
come with.
hold out a hunting bow, and they're like, only if you come along with us, Your Eminence.
We shall all come.
Nikolai is just sitting on the top of his cart.
Oh, I
just
think you
watching.
save him. Then you probably sir. So I think Father Demetrius.
I'll literally snatch the bow out of his hand and be like, "Bring me a quiver, then."
He hands you a quiver.
But we
I'll
shall
say-
do this.
I'll say, you shall be very impressed. My man, Sir Zitomar, is the finest hunter in Brevoy.
And perhaps Sir Zidamar shall lead our company on this.
No, the group of hunters are requesting that you lead the company.
I mean, I guess I'm about to
Yeah,
start
Ronald?
learning the hunting skill then.
Yeah.
I'm like, very well. If you wish to see how we do it up in the Swanlands, I'll show you, but I must tell you, most of our beasts are small and swan sized. They're swans.
I don't know if you've ever been around a swan. They're fucking vicious.
Yeah, but we don't hunt them because they're our noble animal.
They're delicious.
I don't have any hunting skill, but here we go. So, yes, I dig a deeper hole for myself, but I have a 3 oratory now, so thanks, Luke Crane.
Yep. You're better. That's how you get better. You get better at sucking. Nice. Cool.
Can't
So,
save my life.
cool. They're going to make you do everything. They're going to make you find a good hunting spot, find a good target starting off, and take the first one, and then they'll do off their other things. They just want to see you do it.
Okay.
But I
it
totally want to jump over and see those scenes right now. But if anything else, want to jump in before we cut over to the woods hunt, specifically like Saronin or Nikolai.
I think we can advance mine 1 more and then cut back to the hunting.
What is the skill for this, by the way? I can't find hunting.
Hunting
this
is
this
a
is
skill. Hunting is a skill.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking
So
at
is tracking.
Yeah. What did you want to do, Nikolai? So did you want to? We were talking about how you wanted to modify your bombs.
Yeah, I want to try to make 1 more munitions test. And we're going to throw out the firecracker, throw big fuck-off bomb idea and just make enough single-man hand grenade-sized explosives. I don't know if that would be small or medium bombs to disseminate to the 478.
I think it's up to you to determine if they're small or medium.
Let me look at the effect. Sorry.
I think the OB3 one is like a B5.
I mean, that's a pretty aggressive explosion.
Explosions are naturally aggressive.
I mean, I'm just saying.
If you encounter an explosion in the wild,
wound would knock a lot of people out. Correct?
Do not back it into a corner. When cornered, the explosion will fight.
The explosion will goddamn win. They will.
Making shot or making a medium-sized bomb a B6 mark is OB3. That sounds about right. Nikolai is Junkrat. That is right.
That sounds exactly right. I mean, he was inspired by Junkrat to a not insignificant degree. All right. So I think we get the scene of Nikolai like standing in his shack, like looking pissed off at himself. Incompetent my ass. He like takes the pipe and like dumps it out into like his ashtray.
Mm-hmm.
Cracks his knuckles in front of him loudly. All right, we do this old-fashioned way. Small bomb, good bomb. Less is more.
Okay. You cannot fork. I don't think alchemy will help you here.
Yeah, I'm just making a standard bomb. So munitions. I'm gonna fork astrology because I always do.
Yep.
I can't fork alchemy. Can't fork research. Can I fork pistol?
No.
Nope. All right. So I'm rolling it with three. I'm rolling it with 3 dice.
Come on.
3 on 3 dice.
Come on, dice.
You want to die.
Survey says.
Can I still spend Artha after I roll?
No.
Mm-mm. Oh fuck! I didn't answer the. But I got a 6.
Okay.
I got a 6.
You're one.
You're one shy. Nope.
No!
You still can't do it. I think it's damp. I think the powder is soaked from the outside and it's misty and it's not dry.
We established it's muggy.
And,
I think are you all still inside of your are you all still inside of the fort getting ready to leave?
I feel like there's probably a slow motion scene where we're like getting on horses, like putting on cloaks dramatically.
And then I think just out cutting through that scene, you just hear angry screaming in Russian. Or Pataxian.
Is that what the caption says? Angry screaming in Russian.
Yeah.
Angry screaming in Pataxian. And then Nikolai comes out and he's just like fucking pissed the hell off. It's like, and he's like not making any goddamn sense. And maybe Karlia's like trying to calm him down. But you see this scene unfold. And you just see him like sit on the back of his cart and just start sucking down his flask because he's angry as hell. And that's what happens. But I do upgrade munitions from 2 to a 3.
Yay!
In the future, if it matters, that'll get easier.
No, you can't fork on beginner's luck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nikolai is just sitting there drinking himself into a stupor.
That's a fine place to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk about going out on a high note.
So I want to move my thing one scene further, then we can do hunting, and then come back to my thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So we do the night, and I wake up early in the morning, like way before dawn. From here to the bandit fort, how much of a ride is it? Like an hour?
It's a couple hours, 2 hours, 3 hours.
I want to make sure I get there before dawn, so that's when I get up, and I instruct the 478 to remain here. They're going to.
Okay, you're going to need to command them to do that because they're gonna be like, bullshit, we're coming with you.
Oh, you had to know what this was, though. I take out an arrow
Oh.
that I have bound with a note and like ribbon,
Oh, okay.
and I say, and I look almost at Thalia the most, and I'm like, I'm going to challenge the Stag Lord. You had to know that this wasn't some.
Oh, okay. Never mind. If that's the context, they're like they do that sort of like nods or like no, like I feel like one-on-one combat is like one of the most sacred Gorimite things. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You're like you do not fuck with one-on-one combat.
Yeah, and I'm like, you're just here in case he, doesn't want to and sends a whole platoon after me.
Yeah.
I'm going to fall back to this position, so be ready. Don't make any aggressive moves towards our young mother in the cave. And one last thing. And I walk over to Thalia, and I pull her in for a kiss.
The music wells up.
You.
Yeah.
I wink, and I ride to the bandit fort.
Okay. And all right. Like with haste?
To get there before dawn.
Yeah. Okay. Through the night?
Yeah. So
Well,
like
late.
we slept, but I'm waking up quite
Yeah,
early.
it's early,
And-
early dawn.
Yeah, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up the bear trap and fire the arrow, which basically has the notes.
Okay, well, there's some things to do before we get there.
Yeah.
You have to cross. Oh man, you know what I fucked up? No, I fucked up. This fort is further down.
Oh, I thought the fort was in front of the river.
It is. It's in front of. No, it's on the lake.
Oh,
that's fine.
That changes quite a lot of my strategery.
Hey, do you all remember when I specifically said, what would be a great place to build a settlement right the fuck there?
So
Like at the
it's
very
okay.
beginning of the campaign?
It's okay. There's a way across the bridge. There's like an old bridge somewhere.
Okay.
You like go across the bridge, and you still make it there before dawn. It's no problem.
Okay,
It doesn't
all right.
change.
As long as the specifics don't change like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I get there, like in the dim light. I set up the bear trap so that none of the scouts see me do it. Is I guess the goal with that.
Where are you setting it up?
Literally just in a field, because that's right. Like I'm within range to shoot this arrow at the fort.
So you're gonna set it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That would be trapping.
How to get killed alone wise would be relevant here.
No.
I mean, I'm guessing.
Or if you had the trait Aura of Martyrdom.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like your plan is to challenge him to a one-on-one fight and then hope he steps on the plate so you can murder him super easy.
All right. Sorry, I had someone come in and speak to me for a moment.
Yeah.
I missed whatever you just reacted.
So it's gonna be trapper. To set up the trap, right?
Right? Surely it can be stealthy because I got all that stuff from I helped the guy and we did the whole thing and I set it all up.
Like moving stealthily. That's why it's based on speed.
Yes.
Oh, we did say it would still be able to be a linked test though.
Inconspicuous is about not getting noticed. Stealthy is about moving through an environment in a way that avoids detection.
And I'm saying you don't need to do that yet. You don't.
Okay.
You're not. You already are considered stealthy right now, right?
Okay. Right. So we did say that we would get a link test though later on when I used the bear trap. Because I went through all the process of getting helped by that guy and getting told how to use it and having him do the disguise, etc.
Yeah. So you get a die on that. Makes sense.
All right, but it's still opening trapper.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oh, and now a phone call. Hold on a second. Hello?
Okay. Well,
I'm back.
okay. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to need to make a trapper roll to set up your trap in the fields.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. What is the base ob?
Well, the base op for setting that up is 3. But I'm giving you 1 die advantage for this because you've already worked with the trapper about how to do this a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I'll do that. But base ob, which is going to get doubled to 6. Oof. I mean, I'll try. Why wouldn't I try to roll the fate?
6, 6, 6, 6, 6. No.
No.
Right. You can't get it set up. You can't get it open. You can't get it set down.
All right. Well, put it back on the horse. And I will loose the arrow that it has the note on it. And I would like to, say what the note says and then make some sort of roll to see if it entices this guy.
Yeah. So
sort of thing.
yeah. So what what does it say?
It says, I, Sir Onan Solstend, descendant of Thrain Solstend, Bishop of the Church of Enlightened Gormism, am here to challenge the Stag Lord, sort of with like not full quotes but half quotes around it, to honorable one-on-one combat in whatever tradition your people see fit. And then like space, I want to see who the greatest fighter in the green belt is.
Okay. So you're
Is there
basically
like a goad to action skill?
yeah, it's like goading him to do
I would
this.
almost say it's circles.
That does feel like circles. But
Yeah.
is the condition you're making it easier by making them automatically hostile to you? Maybe that
I
doesn't.
don't know how it's circles.
That's maybe not
I
right.
mean, you're trying to summon somebody up. That's literally what circles
But
does.
it's not someone It's not someone he knows directly. It's someone he knows of.
I mean, that's
that would be like me
how
saying,
circles
Hey,
No,
Niren, in the
because
chat,
it's
why don't you
something-
just cut to the chase and tell us what the appropriate role here is?
So I feel like my gut would be telling me this is either a command or like you're trying to not intimidate. Maybe it's persuade. You're definitely trying to manipulate this person out here.
I think
Right.
it would be like maybe etiquette to like know like the like traditional dueling.
Ooh. That's a good point.
It's definitely not circles because we already know that the Stag Lord is in the form. I think it's like maybe like etiquette or persuade or wouldn't it be calligraphy? Isn't that what we decided was like
Oh, for
Persuade.
writing?
yeah
Persuasive
wasn't that, like-
writing?
Yeah, wasn't that
I
like
did
the
grab
whole
that.
thing?
Remember that episode? You were like, it's enough for us to switch skills around. I had a bunch of reading and writing, and I changed some of it into calligraphy because I've been sending official notes to the church, and you said that had to be calligraphy. So I have calligraphy if you want to.
I think this is calligraphy based on like the roll I made before. Let's see. Let's look what calligraphy says.
You sure?
Calligraphy, formal, stylized handwriting that is required for communicating with religious, royal, or governmental bodies. So probably not.
No, yeah, I think instead it would be. It's probably some kind of persuade. It's probably persuade, man.
I can do persuade. I would
would
like
it not
to
simply be
force
writing then?
See, that's the hard part, because there's a composition skill and a writing skill. Like, what the fuck?
Composition is like writing a book is composition. Composition is discipline of formally arranging one's ideas in written form. That's not what this is. I think this is persuasion. You're persuading him to meet you in this honorable duel.
Yeah, it's not. We're not asking the question of whether or not you can write. It's the question of whether or not you can persuade and convince this person to come out here.
I think it would either be persuasion or etiquette to like invoke the etiquette, like to invoke the form.
Well, can I fork etiquette to a persuasion check? Because I have that.
Do you have persuasion?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then yes.
I would like to fork doctrine, because I am also mentioning that I am a Goramite of enlightened Goramism, and that it's part of Goramite tradition to duel these honorable duels.
I think that works because you are by saying I am a Goramite. If he knows that, he's going to be like, "Oh hell, like this is not someone playing around, right?"
Oh shit.
And he's
Okay,
also-
I know.
he's also-
I know what this looks like.
Another faith.
I know what this looks like. Part of me thinks that you shouldn't even roll for this, I think you need to, because I feel like now I know.
I'm happy to not roll for it.
Yeah, I'm happy to
accept this grin on your face. Like I'm happy
So
to accept.
here's what I'm thinking. If you want to roll, maybe this would help affect the terms of what this likes. But you mentioned you're willing to duel him in the way that it seems fit.
Like I am willing to duel him in honorable one-on-one combat based on whatever traditions his people accept.
Yeah, and he's going to give you he will give you what his conditions he's willing to accept.
So we still roll, but he gives me whatever conditions.
This is going to be like the fucking Wild Hunt is basically what he's going to say. He's going to be like, "Yeah, that's fine. We just start on opposite ends of the green belt, and I'm just going to hunt you down and murder you."
No, that's actually what I was going with. That you're going to be fucking. No, this is what he says. I don't know. I feel like. I don't know how you get this back. Maybe do you just wait around and does like another arrow get shot out? Yeah.
Like
all right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what. Yeah, and the conditions would be. He lays out a zone of the gnarl marches, a zone of the forest. Would be considered the battleground. And we will hunt each other down.
Oh my god, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's gonna get your ass killed.
Like most dangerous game style in this area.
Yeah,
like fucking Hunger Games.
This is the fucking Wild Hunt.
Bring what you want. Yeah, like bring what you want. You're allowed to bring what you want, but it's 1-on-1, and we're gonna hunt each other down in these woods until there's one left, and that's it.
Didamar help him.
Well, no,
those are his terms. Those are his terms. Now, so like that's what you said. You were allowed to allow for the terms, and from there now you can if you want to try to convince him to do something else or whatever. It's like that's what he's prepared to do. It's like he will kill. This is the dueling of the. I feel like there's probably some kind of like thing. He respects you.
To the map, because right now I'm on the Oleg's trading post page.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Because I want to see what part of the narrow marches he is outlining.
Yeah, I'll do that. Important. That's very reasonable. I'll do it in purple. Boy. Probably something like this.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, like you guys are be fucking like apocalypse nowing each other like through the fucking woods.
Oh my god. Yo, you gotta go talk to Nikolai.
You're gonna play fucking King of the Kill like in these woods.
I send him back an arrow that says like it's one word.
Yeah.
Win.
Nice. Okay.
You don't have hunting.
Oh, dude, you're a fucking idiot.
Boy. Okay.
Find me and I'll kill him then.
Yeah, this is a battle royale. Is the best way of putting this shit, guys. It's battle royale. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. When would be a few days. It's getting near the end of the month, right? Let's say near the end of the month, there's a boy. It's not a full moon, but no, let's just say it's a full moon. I'll just say it starts on the full moon, which is at the end of this month. So you have basically when his supplies get here, when I should be more clear here, when Count Ronald's supplies show up, that is the start of the duel. Essentially, that's when times would happen, like the start of this next coming month.
All right. And it's literally just until one of us kills the other one.
Yeah, and he promises that like there will be no interference from his people and that kind of stuff. He respects it. This is what he says. This is the rights of the stolen lands. This is how you do this here. This is how this happens.
Okay.
Oh,
You're gonna die.
I don't know why you think that. He can hunt me down all he wants. He still has to fight me then when he finds me.
Not if he kills you at 200 meters away with an arrow.
Correct.
Fair enough, but I do have armor and shield, and so
That's true.
actually
That's true. Armor is super OP.
Yeah.
like I'm
Persona.
not really going to get like one shot by an arrow, and then he has to fucking he
Wait.
calls down the thunder.
Have you been counting? What armor do you have?
I have the I got the one. I got the type. That is the thing.
yeah, that's true. Here's a question for you though.
Sure. Question.
If you wanted to make some sort of like push roll to keep him bound by these like rules put out, or if you trust him to do this, then we could just keep going, right? But if you want to like force him into being honorable or like force him into accepting this in this kind of way,
Here's what I'll do.
you might
Here's
want to
what I'll
roll
do.
for that because like we agree this is going to happen, but like there's some like pivoting conditions. If you want to like nail that shit down right now, you could like with
Here's-
that when you
here's
set
what I
out
wanna
when,
do.
right? Like
Here's
it would
what I
just be
wanna
implied.
do.
Okay.
I want to after he sends back the response from Win, which is like blah blah blah, and I promise it's very honorable. I
Yeah.
say, I want you to come out and say to my face that your men won't interfere. That's it. Like, I want to hear it from you and gauge whether or not you mean this truthfully.
And then you put a sword in his butt.
Like, and in this one, he can like, I'm not saying this is when the duel happens, so I guess he could bring like a guard or whatever, but I want him to come out and say to my face, I want to be able to judge that he's not lying about other people interfering.
Okay. How long do you wait?
I'll sit until the like afternoon, like if there's no reply arrow or if he doesn't come out. I assume we've been sending arrows back and forth. Like this has sort of been amicable almost so far.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, I think we see like a quick little like scene of what's going on in the bandit fort of him like debating this with his like 3 trusted advisor people. And there's a lot of like bottles of wine around, and I think we kind of see like, but sir, he's a girl. He's my lord, he's a Goromite. He wouldn't be deceptive or anything like that. They're straight to the point. They're as blunt of an instrument as it gets. And the Stag Lord's like, yes, but it's not that I have no fear of dying over this. It would be a matter of just wasting our time when we have so many more pressing needs to do that. This is just seems like a nuisance. But to not go along with it doesn't sit well with me. It's like, but he requests to see you outside. Aren't you afraid to be a trap? And he's like, no. And I think we see like the gates open of the fort, and we see the Stag Lord come out with his helm on, his. So I think from sort of like the muggy dawn again. It's another like damp morning, because it's still kind of like springtime. You see like the silhouette of a man with horns and like a long cloak start approaching you. He's like outside of shooting distance right?
Uh-huh.
But he's there. He has a quiver and a bow. And
I have my shield, but not. I don't have like a crossbow aimed at him or my sword out.
Yeah, he walks with his bow out, but then like he spots you very quickly and like puts it over, like slings it over his shoulder, right? Like he's like, I would fight you, and like, you know what I mean? Like he's like, okay. So he puts it over his shoulder, and how close will he get to you before you say something, or what do you do something? Because
like sort of just hi.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Okay.
Like. How?
Yeah, so you were about like 100 feet, maybe you're probably like 100 feet away from him or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, like, you know, like out of I will grab my sword and charge you distance, you know what I mean? Like whatever that would be, like he's well out of that, but he's standing there, and like there's this damp field and it's super quiet, and you guys are just kind of sitting there. We see your horse like tied up somewhere, or whatever, like eating some grass or some shit, and
it's an exciting tradition you have.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of stares at you. You can't see his eyes. Like they're like the helmet kind of like covers it. You can see like a 5 o'clock shadowed beard or something like underneath it, like kind of like dark scarred skin. From what you can see.
I'm very encouraged that you have accepted my offer, but your men know the woods so well. I have to hear it from you that there will be no interference. You understand. You've come out here per my request. So assure me that you're a man of honor.
Are you gonna? So is this like are you gonna like persuade him to do this right now, or like to like hold him by the rules?
He came out here.
Yeah, but if you want
I just want him to say it, and then I'm going to judge whether or not he's lying.
Okay, fair enough. And he says, he's like, no, you have my word. In a very like terse, short, he's like very laconic. He's like, you have my word. None of my men will interfere.
All right. Now, does he have to make a deception check against my will or whatever? Does that happen?
He's not lying.
Okay. He's not lying.
But what I'm telling you is that he won't, because there's no role here, he's not bound by that to not lie in the future, unless you like persuade him right now or convince him, right? Then that would be like let it ride takes into effect, and then I couldn't do it. But like if you failed a tracking check, I could be like, a possible consequence that would be like that was that he didn't uphold his end of the bargain. There's people here, right? Like that means that as a condition to failing down the line, I can play with this.
Oh,
right?
Okay. So what
it's
you
not
want me to
bound
do
in stone. So what I'm saying right now is you can be content with this, or if you wanted to like push it and like make this a social binding.
So here's what I'll
say. Agreement, you could. That's what I'm trying to get at. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I will try and make it binding, but I'm going to try and bind him by honor.
Yeah, we're setting the stakes for future drama. Is exactly what Niran says.
I'm going to say I'm very pleased that you are the type of man who says yes to this sort of thing, and I hope that you can see in me the willingness to perform this by your traditions. I hope that we will conduct this honorably and determine truthfully who the greatest fighter in the Greenbelt is. In the stolen lands, as you called them.
How old are you, Sir Onan?
I'm in my prime, which was a specific age, but now I have to go check what that is.
It should say on your character sheet.
23.
Yeah. He just he doesn't he will probably Let me roll a quick die fate real quick. Let me see if he will diminutize you.
I mean, 23 is old in medieval times.
Yeah.
It's
No,
well.
I mean,
into
I'm
adult-
thinking if he would call you boy or not.
Oh yeah.
And he won't. He just like, you may be honorable, you may be well armed and well taken care of, but I do respect that you have offered a way of dueling. But don't think that will ever change when the moment would come. Don't think I will not hunt you down with any mercy, any pity of me taking the life of such a foolish fighter who would enter lands that he does not know. But that does not mean I do not respect your tenacity, your... He doesn't say bravery. He just says your and doesn't say anything.
Has this turned into some type of role that could make him not cheat?
Yeah.
Like persuade or something.
Yeah, persuade.
All right. I'd like to fork all the same stuff that I was going to fork into the last one because it's basically the exact same thing.
Yeah, but it's said instead of written.
Yeah.
Ob? His will.
I really hope
For-
if he fails the role, he's just like hubris.
Hubris. Yeah.
Your hubris.
Folly.
What is Obplox?
4.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm gonna spend.
I would
Martha
use
on this one.
Persona on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend some Martha.
I value your hubris.
Hubris. Big money, no whammies. Gonna roll die of fate there too. I really don't want him to cheat.
Yeah, no, he won't.
You will win.
He will not. Okay, yeah, he will not cheat. Wow, nice.
I didn't get any more successes, but I
No.
still spent the fate. That's the
Yeah.
important thing.
So, yeah, you're one step closer to Gray Shining Persuade. Yeah, he doesn't. He's like, you have no fear of me cheating over this duel. I'm sure just me would be enough to kill a greenhorn like you, even if you are a Gormite.
I gauge his arrogance and will use that against him. Oh man, am I going to use that against him?
Yeah. We'll see.
All right. Yeah. So, end of the month.
Yeah.
We're going to predator each other in the woods. It's going to be great.
So for you know nothing about this guy, and you're like, I'm just gonna fucking fight him in the woods.
Yo, I think it occurs to you that can I just do a thing because I want Nikolai to actually have some contribution to this party at all.
Uh-huh.
Nikolai definitely told you that maybe he could make a potion of night vision using the stuff he distilled from the troll.
Ooh, that would be so beneficial.
Like,
That
if
would
you
be
go and-
super good.
If you go and talk to him and let him know that you're like, hey, I'm fighting this dude in 4 days. Can you hook me up, bro?
Can you also do a potion of tracking?
I can't. I don't know if I could do tracking based on the traits I found.
Anyway, yeah. So like, I respectfully bow and like get on my horse and go to ride away.
He watches you ride away.
I return to the 478.
They ask you how it went. What's going on?
These
What you committed to? You've been gone for a while. What did you commit to?
And I'm not covered in blood either, so we didn't
Yeah.
resolve it. Thalia, these people have a most amazing honor duel. I'm going to tell you all about it. They quarantine off a section of the Gnarl Marshes, and I just sort of like trail off as I describe
How
what
he's
was described to me. or like the scene sort of fades out. I mean, into another scene as I describe to like
Probably Nikolai, as you're like, I need a potion.
I need the potion.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Cool.
Okay, so Onin, I got to say, most fucking metal ceremony for dueling I've ever heard of.
I know, right?
I'm not much of a fighter, but I'm fucking in this shit. All right, let's do it.
So excited. The thing is, by my traditions, I can do whatever I want to prepare. So, I heard that you can make crazy potions.
You want to see crazy? Let's show you crazy. Let's see what I got. He's like throwing shit, like just bottles are just clattering on the ground behind him. Where did I put that? I think I put it in notes.
A potion of not having to eat. That'd be pretty advantageous. Or having to drink. Like
sleep.
Yeah, like a
potion of insatiable hunger.
Yeah.
I can give you claws. I can give you fangs. I can give you the ability to see at night.
Yeah.
I can make you fucking huge. I can make you really old. I can give you skin that can be difficult to penetrate with blades, horns, and I could just, I guess, make you ugly. Like that's an option. I don't think you want that.
There's a couple of those that I want you to take out, but I kind of want to pound this cocktail that you're talking about.
How long does it last?
I think that would be dependent on my role is the issue. I don't know.
And they're not permanent, right?
It can't. If I was enchanting, it would be permanent. But considering it's a potion, I'm assuming it would last a period that feels fictionally reasonable.
Like 24 hours?
Yeah, probably in 24 hours, yeah.
Or I mean, I guess you could always reserve that right to if he fails a roll, just be like, oh, and your night eye goes away.
I feel like stacking the effects would probably making the potion harder, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I was sort of joking about I just want to slam that cocktail.
I mean, it's pretty sweet. I would totally slam that cocktail.
I definitely don't need claws.
Fangs wouldn't help you.
So you're gonna 1v1. Can we just like admire? You're gonna fight me IRL.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
The addendum to the note I shot was fight me IRL.
Yeah. You fucking what, mate? I'm a Navy SEAL.
Merely suggests, or I'm probably saying your name wrong.
Margin of success. Right? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, margin of success.
I can see that.
Okay, so is that a case of the more I get, the higher successes I get, the more traits I can cram in there?
Or more length?
The duration of the potion.
Duration lasts long. Grows horns to fight him. I love it. Just like, and you thought you had antlers, fucker.
Yeah, you're gonna 1v1 him in the jungle. All right.
Rumble in the jungle.
Now you gotta listen to fucking what's the name of that band?
Let's start with exactly what Onin wants, because Onin, I know Night Eye is definitely important.
Night Eye is definitely you also sort of sped through that list, so I didn't hear everything.
Clawed. The lists of traits I have are Clawed, Fanged, Night Blooded, which I think means you can only come out in night or you're going to take damage. I don't know specifically.
Yes.
Night Eye, Massive Stature, Stone's Age, Tough, Troll Skin, Horns, Hooked Hands, and Brutal.
What does Brutal do? Like nothing.
It's a character trait. It doesn't have any actual effect.
So it sounds like Night Eye and
I think
the skin ones are the only ones that are relevant.
Basically, whatever traits you take will set the base obstacle, and then the graduatedness of the test will determine the length of the potion.
Can I ask that the night vision and skin toughness potions are actually like separate potions, and I take them with me so I can take them when I want them?
If they're separate potions, those are separate tests.
Yeah, but that actually works better because then I'm not.
So basically, I want to chug the night vision one to give me an advantage in getting the drop on him, but then I want to chug the tough skin one when we're gonna fight, right? Like I don't want to chug it going out there.
Does Troll Skin actually give you? I think it gives you some type of benefit.
It's in the codex.
I think it's like the orc. I think it's like the orc form of tough skin.
We're at the top of the hour. Do we want to take a break and look this stuff up and then come back?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. All right, guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Alright.
Oh, I